All right, barbershop conversations, man. We with the one and only, the legend, Mister. Come and see you, man. What other name we got for you? Oh man,
I'm the captain.
the
Man.
captain, the Hall of Famer, the author. See, we ain't did it in so long, man. I done forgot. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson letting us down again, man. Lamar Jackson. I have Lamar Jackson fatigue. Do you know who Lamar Jackson is?
Some quarterback, I guess.
Yeah, he's a quarterback that's just physically.
Listen, I'm in the boxing business. I'm not in the football business. I'm in the boxing business and the school education business. I don't care about nothing about no football.
Okay.
I ain't played football since it was all black school. That's your thing. Football and basketball, you got to get somebody to talk about that.
Okay.
I don't know nothing about no football. Okay. I care less.
Well, I'm watching.
Unless you want to give me a check for talking about it, I know a lot about football that you don't know about.
Okay. Well, I'm watching
it's up to you.
I'm watching the football game now, and
that ain't got nothing to do with me, bro.
Okay. Well, I have the right to talk as well.
Why would you bring up some football game? You know I'm in boxing, bro.
Okay. Well, New England is beating Baltimore 24-28. Lamar Jackson is hurt.
Whatever, man.
Hurt again.
That don't mean nothing. Yeah, whatever.
He hurt again, and they're losing.
Well, that's on him.
Yeah, for sure. That's on him. So, Jake Paul, man, Friday night. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it. I don't care about Jake Paul right now. Let's talk about the tragedy and condolences to the family that lost a relative. That's more than Jay Paul or more than from Lamar Jackson. We need to send out our prayers to Australia and to Brown University. I told you about this 2 days ago. That was on my mind. Did I not call you and tell you about that?
You sure did. Yep.
Okay then. So Lamar Jackson, he's getting over $2 million. These people lost a loved one. They're grieving during the holiday season. I don't care about Lamar Jackson. That's on him. He's filthy rich. People lost their families. There's a tragedy at Brown University and a tragedy in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
So which one you want to go first?
We can talk about both of them. Go ahead.
Fred, let me ask you something.
Yes.
First, I want to send out my prayers to all the families and my condolences to the loved ones, to the lives that was lost in Australia and at the Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. We're in some trying times nowadays, as the scripture would say, and as the Quran and the Hadith would say. We are living in some difficult times. As Dr. King said, that there will be some difficult days ahead. And these days is very difficult. When children can't study in a classroom, bother nobody, and their life is taken, they're being threatened. It's sad, friend. It wasn't for that, friend, wasn't that a Arab that subdued the guy, the perpetrator in Australia?
I don't know. I know he's a hero. I know him by hero. So I don't know I don't care what ethnicity he was. I just know he put his life on the line.
I'm just saying what the press said.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they said. I just saw it. I didn't read about it. I saw it.
You only see what you want to see, Fred, when there's got nothing to do with bouncing a ball. I noticed that in the last year or so. If it got nothing to do with the basketball, you're not really concerned about it. You concerned about running the gym. And now that somebody done gave you a high school basketball coach job, you think you're a legendary coach.
No, I don't think I'm a legendary coach. I know I have something to offer, but yeah, basketball is definitely a priority. Number one in the house, in the Hawthorne household.
Well, if you think them kids gonna be superstar in your old age, you got a right to think that.
Right.
But you know, it is what it is. Sure, I watch the videos. Sure, your son can play. But if he gonna stick with it down through the years, when he gets 15, 16, 17, 20, he may want to do something else. He may want to run track. So I mean, he is good, but for being a great NBA player, I don't know what he's gonna be. But as of now, he's a good little middle school player. Got a lot of talent. I ain't seen that on your nephew yet. But anyway, Fred, we send our prayers up to both families.
Absolutely.
And both Brown University and to the people in Australia. Now we're gonna go to Miami.
Right.
When 40 million could have went to Baltimore, Maryland, it went to London, England. What's your comment on that, Fred?
I thought it was an event. I thought Jake.
Not the fight itself. Fred, get to the fight second. We're talking about why the money didn't go to Baltimore instead of going to England. What caused the money to not go to Baltimore and wind up going to England? That's the question I want you to answer, Fred, first before you go anywhere for them event.
Okay. He assaults women.
Explain to the people, Fred.
I don't have to explain it. There's video out there. Like, he assaults women, and Jake Paul stood up and said, "I'm not paying you because you assault women and you're bad for me. You're bad PR, and Netflix ain't gonna support it," basically. And so we had to go get a bigger fish, which was Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, come on, right? So Jake Paul. So Jake Paul. He said go to yours. What he said. God, and people can't. So you said Jake Paul decided to send the 40 million to England instead of Baltimore, Maryland. So that was Jake Paul called?
I would say he's the mouthpiece for the person that made the decision, because it's not his money he's putting up.
So Eddie and his crew had nothing to do with it.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I think they're the benefactor.
I'm asking you, did Eddie play a part in it? Because Eddie got him on the promotion contract. I'm asking you your opinion. Think Eddie had a part of it?
Does he get a piece of the money?
Yes.
Sure, absolutely.
So Eddie gets a piece, even though Eddie's not in. Yeah, okay, I understand. So Eddie and his crew gotta pay that.
Absolutely.
So now, Fred, to my understanding, what I heard in the streets is that even though he got locked up, but they still had a contract, and his people is suing, to my understanding, coming from the Hollywood charade, that some lawyers are suing Jay Paul because the money didn't wind up going to Maryland. They understand the postponement of the fight, but not the canceling of the fight because they had a signed contract. Do you think anything gonna come out of that?
It's impossible anything could come from that, man. You know, it's so many clauses that you can use to as you always say, there's a morality clause that breach a contract. You know, it would be a waste of money, but you can sue a ham sandwich, same way you can prosecute a ham sandwich, you know. So have fun, good luck, and I wish I don't wish him well, but good luck, or bad luck, I should say. Nah.
Okay. All right, Fred. Now you know it's been a while since me and you talked. We got to go back a couple weeks to December 6th in San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, we got to finish what did you think of the fight?
Well, I thought that Jake Paul finally bit off too much that he couldn't chew.
Mm-hmm.
And because you was fighting a natural heavyweight
Right.
with a bad chin, but not a great chin, but good skills.
Right.
Anthony Johnson definitely a decent boxer.
Right.
Jake Paul bit off something he could chew. He should have could pick somebody that he should have beat. I offered him Ikabuchi. I offered him Kathleen Sampson from Australia, who can get out of the country. I offered him Ikabuchi, who's 52 years old, who won 3 fights for the World Boxing Bureau title in Australia on Christmas Eve. But he chose to go with Anthony Joshua, and he got what he deserved. He fought a true heavyweight instead of fighting an old man with 3 wins on the comeback at 52. He wanted to go to Anthony Joshua, and him and Anthony Joshua and Eddie knocked him off.
Right.
Now he got to sit down somewhere.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Mike Tyson is an icon. Mike Tyson was a great heavyweight champion. This guy is just a YouTube sensational. Mike Tyson is known all over the world, will be known as decades to come.
Right.
So you can't, Jake Paul, Mike was probably smoked out his mind, probably going through something, but this kid the other night in Miami, Anthony Joshua came in ready, stopped him. He just bit off too much he can chew. So there's a difference. So Jake Paul, if you want to continue fighting, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and pick guys that he can out-hustle, old guys that don't have training. Because the guy that's in top shape, he can't beat. He couldn't even beat a Wilder today. That's your man from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He couldn't even beat him.
Who, Jake Paul?
Yeah, he couldn't beat Wilder.
Oh, no, he couldn't beat Wilder. No.
So I think you agree with me when I say that Jake Paul bit off too much.
Yeah, he bit off more. Yeah, he absolutely bit off more than he could chew. I'm comparing Mike Tyson and Jake Paul because they're just spectacles. Mike Tyson wasn't a great heavyweight champion. Mike Tyson was entertainment, was high level entertainment. He wasn't a great heavyweight champion.
Okay, hold up now. Hold up. What makes a guy, a half-ass basketball player from Harlem, says that his fellow New Yorker from Brooklyn wasn't a great fighter?
He never beat anybody great.
Why he didn't beat nobody great?
Nope. If they wasn't 40 years old, he beat Larry Holmes, right?
Who else he beat? So you saying he wasn't great?
No, absolutely wasn't.
You're the only guy. See, nobody expects, everybody expected you to say something like that because of your profile, because of your attitude, because of your morality. People don't expect them from you, Fred. I just go along with you. But to say that he's not one of the greatest heavyweights in history, it's crazy.
Okay, let's go through. Okay, real quick. Can he beat Ken Norton?
He would have froze Kenny Norton.
Can he beat Kenny Norton?
He would have froze Kenny Norton.
He would have frozen?
He would have froze Kenny.
Okay.
Just like Big George did.
Okay. Will he have beat George Foreman?
That's a tough match.
Will he have beat a prime Larry Holmes?
A prime Larry Holmes? Yes. I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because if Mike did knock him down like Ernie and Snipes did, and Snipes was nowhere near a puncher like Mike.
Could Mike Tyson beat Lennox Lewis?
A young Mike Tyson, yes.
Oh,
because a junkie knocked him out. Audubon McCall.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. He didn't beat him, and so, so that's the point I'm making.
He was beaten, but Mike was done.
Well, that's his fault. He was done. That's his fault. He did coke and got high by his own admissions. That's his fault that he destroyed his body. That's not Lennox Lewis' problem.
So listen. Let me justify something that you don't know about. I was there. After the Audubon McCall fight, Lennox came back. The night that he redeemed himself against Oliver, Don offered him to fight Mike right then, and he wouldn't take it. After he lost the title, got knocked out by a junkie from Chicago, Don offered him to fight. Right. Don offered him to fight. Lennox, Emmanuel Stewart wouldn't take it. I'm sitting right there. Allah be my child. Emmanuel Stewart said he's not ready yet. See what I'm saying? So you say a lot of stuff, Fred, that you don't actually know. That you wasn't in the
I know they fought in Memphis and he got stopped.
Everybody, Fred, everybody, even Ray Charles he was dead and blind, and I was gonna say Ray was still living. He was blind, and he saw the fight in Memphis. So you ain't saying that nobody don't know.
But what I'm saying is, when they fought, they fought. How long did Mike Tyson turn down Evander Holyfield? Years. You know, so
you don't know that. Fred.
I do know that.
You wasn't in the Fred when that was going on. Ken Miller hadn't brought you in the game yet.
He wasn't, but I know the stories. First person accounts.
Listen to me closely.
Okay.
See, your problem, you don't like to listen.
I love to listen. That's why I do interviews. I love to listen.
Listen to me, Fred. You was never part of the backroom deal. You don't know why the Dubas and Don couldn't get it together.
So tell us why.
You don't know why, Fred.
So tell us why.
You going by what you read.
So tell us why.
What do you actually know?
So tell us why.
Than what you read?
Tell us why.
I'm going to tell you why. First of all, when Holyfield first moved up, weeks before Danny discovered he had brain cancer, they reached out to me. George Benton, the trainer of Holyfield, reached out to me. He said, "We want to get this fight done because Danny is really sick." Now, this is the second part. Now, the first part, after the Sphinx fight, there was a clause there. Butch held it up. We had problems with Butch Lewis. Butch was saying that we're going to do the rematch with Michael Spinks, with Tyson. The clause was there. Whether he lost in 91 seconds or not, it's still the clause. And the lawyer was saying, telling Don, you got to do the rematch. If it come out the same way, that held it up. Then the next year, Mike did the case. Then Bill Caton and Don is fighting over Tyson's contract. That's why it didn't happen 3 or 4, 5 times before it finally happened. It was put off 5 times because of certain situations. Then the finals put off was the case itself. But before that, it was 5 other reasons. So when they finally got to Memphis, both fighters had already had a lot of problems. Lewis had already got knocked out. Cardell beating Holyfield. The first fight was a draw in Madison Square Garden. So when you look at it, it was a lot of problems. So for you to say that Mike Tyson not one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, that's disrespect, right?
Well, prove to me that he's one of the greatest. You just told the backstory. So if Wilder is not a great heavyweight, neither is Mike Tyson.
But see, Wilder, See, you pro
According
Wilder.
to you, Wilder is not a Hall of Famer, right?
Wilder is the guy that burned up alligators in the streets of Tuscaloosa. I don't know what that.
You're a Hall of Famer.
Uncle Tom.
You
Listen,
have the.
I said it. Listen, I said it. I said it to his mom and to his brother. I don't care nothing about Wilder. The only reason, listen to me close. The only reason why he got a break because from what he did to Breland, only reason he got a break because of my love for Shelley. I still want to send for him. So let's not get fucked up, Fred. I don't play games when it comes to my family, my people, and Breland.
We're having a conversation. We ain't in the streets. We just having conversation. And you are too old and too close to Allah to be talking about going to send for people, man. That's like 1965.
Don't worry about what I'm doing. Save the Hawthorne family. Don't worry about the Muhammad and the Jenkins family. Save your family from the hellfire.
That's what I'm doing.
All right, then. Don't worry about what I'm doing.
In the name of Allah.
How great Wally is. Wally just got knocked out by nobody.
Well, Mike Tyson got knocked out by nobodies. So what are you saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Tell me
Fred, you just got here 47 years ago. I've been doing this before you come in the world.
I believe it. And your age proves it.
So you keep telling about Wilder's a Hall of Famer. Wilder's an Uncle Tom running behind JDs and burning up alligators in the street of Tuscaloosa.
How is he running behind? How is he running behind them? And he's managed by your guy, Shelly Finkel, that supports you. So that makes you an uncle. That makes you an Uncle Tom as well.
Oh, I'm a real gangster.
No, you an Uncle Tom because Shelly Finkel is your guy.
No, Shelly Finkel is an associate of mine.
Oh, he's an associate of you. Oh, okay. He's an associate. Okay. Okay. So Kath the Duva is, but Kath the Duva family is your people, is your guys. So that makes you an Uncle Tom. You're hiding behind white people.
Listen to me closely. Kathy Duva, I did a lot of business with Kathy's husband, the late Dan Duva. Mm-hmm. He used a lot of my fighters back in the day. The Bill Holyfield, Breland, Taylor, Whitaker, all of them.
Right.
He used my gym. He was an associate of mine.
Okay.
So, Craig, you think you got it all down pat?
I don't.
See, you're a pro Wilder. You love people burn up alligators in the street.
I believe Wilder's a Hall of Famer. He was the best heavyweight of his era.
But he got knocked out 1 or 2 fights.
They all get knocked out.
No, hold on. How many times Ali got knocked out of Ray Robinson? Talk to me, Fred. How many times Ray Robinson got knocked out? Talk to me.
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't. I don't know.
You don't know the boxing history. You assume that you knew the things that.
No, I don't know everything. That's why I interview you.
Listen, the things that Ken Miller should have taught you, he didn't teach you.
So you teach me.
He should have taught you the history of the game and how the backroom deals go, but Ken Miller didn't teach you that.
Nah, because you were there, so I might as well listen to you.
No, Ken Miller should have taught you that. Oh, I was there for a lot of things. I was there for. I won't discuss with you because it's not beneficial. Okay. See, I do what's beneficial to the fans, the history of the sport. So you saying that Wilder is a Hall of Famer, what makes him a Hall of Famer?
He was the best heavyweight of his era.
All right.
That's what makes him a Hall of Famer.
If you say he was the best of his era.
Who was better than him?
He got beat twice by the same guy in his era and got a draw with him.
Agreed. So prior to Tyson Fury coming up, he was the best heavyweight of that 4-year span, and he. No,
but what about a fight or two ago? He got knocked out.
He never fought Anthony Joshua, so we'll never know.
But he got knocked out by nobody. Who was the kid that stopped him before he won the fight in Kansas?
Zhu.
This kid stopped him. And listen, and he had less than 15 fights.
Well, I mean, Whenever you
stop?
fight, whenever you fight those foreign guys, they always go to the Olympics 2 and 3 times, and and they start late, and they have a great fundamentals. They have great fundamentals. Lomachenko fought Gary Russell his first fight, beat him. First fight, one of them. So I mean, that's
I don't think it was his first fight.
Third fight. I covered
You
it.
think so?
I think it was his third fight. Gary Russell missed weight. Lomachenko got him, but they didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You think Top Rank put him in a world class fight with 3 fights?
Yeah, he's a 2-time gold medalist, right? 300 amateur fights.
I know he had a lot. I didn't know he had men as Mark Wheeler and Pernell Whitaker. I know he had over 100. Yeah. I didn't know he had.
Yeah. And he's a great dancer. So I hear.
Huh?
And he's a great dancer.
I didn't. What do you mean by he a great dancer?
He took dance classes.
He nightclub?
No, he took dance classes. That's how they promoted him.
Oh. Well, Gary Russell, he signed with the wrong people. He was with that Hollywood charade.
I agree.
He wasn't. See, first of all, Al came in with that hedge fund money, throwing it around. And these dizzy fighters jumping at the money instead of Fred. Can you hear me, Fred?
Very well. Yep.
Instead of, how would I put this, Fred? Al came with that hedge fund money, paying fighters like a guy you may not know, how Roswell Smith did back in the 70s. You might have heard of Hal Smith. He was a legendary figure. Scammed the bank out of 20, 30, 40 million using Ali's name. But what I will say, friend, that Gary Russell didn't get a lot of big paydays because of his mouth. Would you agree?
Because of his mouth?
Yes.
I would say more on the lines of he would have beat the people that made Al Heyman money, right? He would have beat Abner Mares. He would have beat Carl Frampton. He would have beat Leo Santa Cruz. And that would have destroyed Al Heyman's pipeline, 126 pipeline.
Well, why do you think Al let him fight in a hockey ring in Pennsylvania?
Because the money had dried up by then. You know, there was no money left.
There was no money left?
I mean, it was minimum money left. It was drying up.
Okay. Then he got more money when he lost in Atlantic City than he did in Pennsylvania when he won.
I'm willing to bet you were there. You were there with our main man. That was the last fight y'all did.
Yes. You know what, Fred? Just as we approach the new year,
January.
It's been about 4 or 5 years since our man been gone in.
Yeah.
You know, Fred, I done did everything I could to try to find his daughter and make sure she's all right. But Fred, I have no success. Nobody uptown seeing her. Somebody called me and told me that their aunt was friends with her aunt, that she would relay a message, but you know, by her being a young, so Fred, she got to be in her early 20s now, right?
Right, yeah, Xavier Porter, man. Yep.
So, I mean, she in her own world, you know, her lifestyle. I guess she don't want to, but Fred, with my understanding, Fred, AG called me and told me that she never took down his page. His page is still up.
Yeah, it's still up. It's still up. Yep, Shoot to 5. And it was the weekend Don King had a card in Cleveland, remember?
Yes. And he goes to Philly, but it snowed too bad he couldn't get out of Philly.
Right.
And I couldn't get out of New Jersey.
Right.
To meet him in Philadelphia. Because I was going to meet him in Philly The road was clear. I could have went from Newark straight to Cleveland, but he couldn't get there. And AG, by the time he got to me in New Jersey, the bus would have been on the left. To the train said I could have got the train, but waiting on them guys, he already in Philly.
Right.
If we all, then Fred, I think about it. It wasn't meant to be, Fred. Because the thing was, when we first started, we all was going to meet up in Newark and catch the train out of Newark, going to Cleveland. I had talked to the former champ of the world, the white boy, Mancini, was going to pick us up at the train station. For that show, Don had him taking people to the doctor, looking out for him, giving him a chance to earn, and picking up the people coming in on the train and the plane. Yeah, the Mancini. I called Mancini, and Mancini said, "Champ, I remember you. You was with Luke. I picked you and your people up, but it never happened." So, Fred, what is it going to be? 4 years or 5 years?
Probably four.
Yeah, because she'll be about 24 now. Because I think she was 20 then. I've been trying to find her, Fred. His page still up. She never took it down.
That's good. It should stay up.
Yeah, people will remember him. His page stay up. So a lot of people ask me, I said, I got to ask Fred. A lot of people said I should go on and all the videos I did with him, I should take them and put them on my page. I said, no, that wouldn't be right.
Nah, they're doing fine. January 25th, 2022. It'll be 4 years.
January what?
January 25th. January 25th, 2022.
Oh, that's
Don King returns home to Northeast Ohio, staging championship fight. Yep.
And he died that Monday, right?
That Saturday. The day of the fight.
No, he died on the Monday.
Because it must have been Monday. I spoke to him that Friday when he was leaving.
Yeah, but he never got to Cleveland.
No, he never made it. No. He went back home. He was home.
Yeah. And that Monday, I was supposed to do something with him at 6 o'clock. We were supposed to do an interview about Don's show. One of my buddies was there, and he was going to relay to me, and we were going to talk about the shows of the people that made it.
Gotcha.
So he called me, then AG called me, and then somebody else called me. Then when I got the call, it was so bad, the ambulance had his daughter sitting there with his body for 2 or 3 hours before they came and took him out. And then I don't really know where they laid him to rest there. It was so much. But Fred, I miss the brother, man. I miss him. So Fred, you ready to go to San Antonio, Texas? One we missed a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, let me close this out. So Jake Paul and Mike Tyson aren't the same.
To me, they're not the same. Other people have their opinion. My opinion, being around this game 60 years, being with Mike and all the greats and near greats, they're totally different. Mike is an icon. Jake Paul is just a YouTube sensation. Mike is an icon. Got more knockout ratio than any other fighter in history other than George. Jake Paul don't have that.
Okay, well, we're going to sign off. We're going to talk about San Antonio, Texas, and all that. Earl Spence and all that with the next video. All right, let me close this out. Appreciate y'all. Peace.